Or sorry for disappearing, guys. So, wild thing happened. I'll tell you about it in just a second. So, while I was answering those emails, I got suspended, and apparently it was illicit. So, I don't know, someone was too rude, something happened. I got banned for 20 minutes, but I'm back. So, now I've got myself fully dressed, so we should be golden. Although, I'm surprised it wasn't before, because I don't think I was doing anything, so someone must have said something. But anyway, Jacob, just to make sure though, I had a cucumber, and I thought, and so I cut the cucumber in half, and half again. Thought that was a safe bet. But here we are. Yeah. Actually, it's funny you put laughing faces there, Lucy, because it was you who put the thought in my head when I was grabbing my food, and I'm like, I can't go back there with this. I need to cut this up. So here we are. Yeah. Yeah. Right, we're back on our favourite portrait. Great dude here. Let's have a look-see down here. I just need to find where I put his face. That's here we go. Voila. Here's what we're working to. Stop it. Leave me alone. I realise what I've done. No, we can't have any of that, Star-Lord. You just get me kicked off again. And I've got to get some painting done before I head off tonight. So. How am I going to do this? This can come around here, down here. I'm going to stick this image just here. It's not quite as high as we'd like it, but it'll do. That'll keep. I know without the jacket's better, and it is very humid today, but unfortunately, the jacket's got to stay. Alright. This picture here, got some cool colours coming in here, but we need to get in our yellows. Our yellows, our tans, our fun colours like that. Start pulling the picture together. So, am I going to use acrylics to kick off with? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. But I need this. There we go. We're going to use a bunch of these, bunch of these. So, strong yellow, strong tan. Open up with that. Get a little bit of black in here. Soften it up a wee bit. A little bit of red. Right in the middle here. And then I need some white. Where are you hiding white paint? Once I find my white paint, we're away, guys. Here we go. Is this my white? There we go. Will this do the trick? This is just enough. You were too small. Bigger brush, please. Okay. Sorry guys, just getting the tools out. A little bit of white. A lot of white. More white. All the white I can get. There we go. There we go, there we go. Turn off this brush a bit. There we are. Right, here's our paint palette. That's where we're at. Thank you. We're going to use a mixture of acrylics and oils. So we're kicking off with the acrylics first. We're going to hammer it into the background. So a little bit of white in with the paint and a little bit of black. Give us a slightly, there we go, this is our background colour. Add this in there. This everywhere. Here we go. That's what we're after. Through here. Just like that. Probably a little bit more white, to be honest. Thanks, BGB. If you do want a self-portrait, flick a message through to me on Instagram or not Facebook, on the website. Both are in my bio, and we can work out a plan for you. Absolutely. Yes, we're going formal today. I didn't have a puffer jacket ready, so I've chucked on this. But unfortunately, something special's in the air today, guys, and we've got no choice. But I am overheating, so I might swap. If the TikTok gods would be kind to me, perhaps I can swap just to a t-shirt. Is that still appropriate? I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Sorry. Would you do a monochromatic painting like shades of blue? I would. The only problem with stuff like that is that when I do mono stuff, it still works, but colour is really where I thrive. And so you're sort of taking, I know it's fun to do those experiments, but you do take a fish out of water. Fish out of water? No, you take a, you're sort of making, you're taking away one of the biggest perks you get from my style. But you can do it. Absolutely do it. There's nothing wrong with doing it. It's all good to do it. There we go. Come around here, just like this. Brilliant. I'm just going to grab one of those stands as well, guys, because I want to be able to reach, put the paint down a little bit, so I can move. There we go. There we go. There we go over there. Coming back. There we go. That's boring to do. I'm sorry, Trina. Oh, you mean the Monochromatic. It can be, some people's styles really work well with it because they get very sensitive towards the shades that they're using. They can capture more of the tones and things, especially in blue. That's when that really, really drives. But for my style, let's get the real special stuff out of it. We want all the colour we can get, I reckon. Really know how to get views well. Jeepers. That depends. Apparently I know how to get warnings from TikTok. I think it was the singlet, guys. But anyway, I've learnt my lesson and now I'm here fully clothed. I mean, to be fair, that's not fair. I was clothed before, I was fully clothed before. But someone got offended. Lucy's right. So, that surprised me because I was just going about my business and then, yeah, it's a barefoot thing. That's a Kiwi thing. But turns out that gets the people going. And that was an accident. So now, I'm wearing my shoes. My bad. Shocker. Right, let's get this in here. I really appreciate my effort, thank you very much. So at the moment with the technique, we're just grabbing these lighter tones and we're looking for the shapes that we can see in the picture. We're just adding the tones in there. That's all there is to it. So I've got myself some grey red. And these are quite important colours to add, guys. These are less fun, softer colours. And the reason they're important is that they're going to end up making the other colours look more vibrant through contrast. So they're going to play a very important role in the final result. Temptation is not to add them, but if you don't, the painting won't have that pop. When the painting pop, it needs to have something to pop against. That's what these colours are doing. G'day Steve, welcome in. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to persevere for a little bit longer, but this is pretty hard painting in a jacket. Because it limits your elbow space, how you move your hand. So we'll do it for a little bit longer, but I might have to run off and grab a shirt. Guy I'm painting looks like the sun is causing him to squint. Perfect. That's what we're after. He's not as squinty as he is right now, but as we get these darker colours in here, his eyes will widen a little bit, but he definitely is squinting. That's definitely a feature of this painting. So. A bit more grey, a bit more black, there we go. Saying guys, those non-exciting colours Gonna make the rest of the colours pop, not to be neglected. Put more white to this. Up the side. It's raining. It is raining. And confused. Now you're confused and silent. Such a pity. Edit this in here. Here we go. Right. I definitely see the shine on the portrait. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. Now, I thought I could work in a jacket. Can I? I'll keep going for a little bit longer, but by golly, I might need to chuck on a shirt. I'm going to grab myself a cup of coffee though. I should have grabbed one before, but it's alright. Give me like 45 seconds and we'll sort it out. Yeah, you saw my breakfast. Lunch. Early lunch. Ooh, late lunch. Also guys, the upload onto YouTube, Wi-Fi is not able to cut it, so I might end up going to a place with better Wi-Fi tonight or tomorrow morning. And when I go, then I'll upload them all. But they're just sitting here on uploading. They haven't moved since I filmed the last live, so that's no. Austin, no. Oh wait. Oh. Austin's defending me, yeah. I'm almost finished. Now it's gone. This is Tauranga, New Zealand. Gone. All right. Give me 45 seconds. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm back. Sorry guys, here I am. Right, 45 seconds. So it'll take a little bit longer, I'm sorry. Right, here we go. Paintbrush. Down here. Right. We're adding in yellows to the background. That's what we're up to. There we go. That's what we're after. That's wholesome, Austin. So the background noise, the wind in the trees today, and the rain. So that's wild. Was sort of hoping for the day to be sunny, so I want to be outside today. But anyway, I did not get that luck. There we go. The less exciting tans are going in, guys. Less exciting tans, like I say, are important. We're going to allow the other colours to pop. They need to be there. They're really important. How do you motivate yourself to do such a big canvas? Also, how do you price your paintings? So, when it comes to doing a bigger canvas, I think I've never personally had too much of a struggle going for big or small canvases. I like the battle of a big canvas. So when I actually probably have a harder time starting a small canvas. I like knowing how much is to come. There's so much work to go into this, so much growth for it to have, so much potential for it to have. Huge fan of that. But yeah, each person will have their own individual way to motivate themselves, I reckon. Oh, and pricing paintings. I want to start selling mine. Alright, pricing paintings. So, pricing typically for artists is a very challenging thing. And a lot of artists, to help them through those stages of learning how to price their artwork, usually do it of figuring out how long paintings take them and then pricing a painting up of square inches or square centimetres. So you have a charge per square inch or charge per square centimetre, and then you just extrapolate that cost, so grow that cost, depending on the size of the piece you're working on. 1 second. Now that chops and changes between artists. Some artists will charge a flat rate, and other ones will say, you're also paying for my experience and my time that I've taken to learn how to do art, which is also correct. And then some artists will say, I've got a charge that I add on, and then I charge hourly after that, or There's all sorts of different ways of doing it. The question is, where do you feel comfortable? And you'd say, well, I want someone to pay me millions of dollars for the piece. Are you comfortable with that? If someone paid you $50 for the piece, are you comfortable with that? Where are you comfortable? And if you put a price on the artwork that says 550 or 800 or 300, when you put that price tag on it, and they leave the room with a painting that you love, a painting that you put effort into, a painting that you cherished, a painting that you worked on, all those things. When they leave the room with that painting and you're left with the money, do you feel like, or do you believe in your mind a little bit, that they may have got the better deal? And if that's the case, you're probably just around the right place. But there's a point where you look at the painting and go, actually, I want this more than I want the $300 or the $800 or the $5,000. I want the painting more than that. That's when you're actually starting to figure out where your value is. But if you think, God, I'll just give it away for $100 if someone would just take it, that may be worth $100. So figure that out. That's a psychological thing. Why the jacket? Yeah, I know. Because TikTok's a little more strict these days, allegedly. Maybe it was the fee, I don't know. There's always a stigma when it comes to pricing art. There is, Lucy, there is. But so for me, it will chop and change depending on the piece. But the way I value it is, if I dropped $10 off the price, it would land in a position where I'd say to myself, nah, I want to keep it. I want to keep it at that price. And once it hits that stage, I know that, as if you, oh, that's a good way of putting it. Imagine you're buying the art yourself. How much would you pay for it? Because that's the amount that it's worth. And you'd say, well, I think it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But if someone offered you, if you think it's worth $200,000, and someone offered you $100,000, you'd take it. So, if someone offered you the money, I'm trying to put this thought together in my head right now. If someone offered you the money, what's the amount that you would refuse? And then just above that is the amount that you'd take. And therefore, that's the value of your art. That's a good way to put it. How tall am I? 5'9". I'm 5'9", which obviously is a very relevant question when it comes to painting. Probably the most relevant question. I don't even look at a piece of artwork before I know how tall the artist is. Sorry, I don't need to be mean about that, but my family says I do over 100, but I just started painting last year after sketching my whole life. Yeah, well, apply that little method we talked about, and maybe you'll land where you want to land. Oh wow, you'll be short beside me. I'm short beside a lot of people. I'm tall beside a lot of people. That's the great thing about the human race, guys. We're all a little bit different. Isn't that special? Matt, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Long time no see, actually. Well, maybe I've been missing the comments, but now I'm seeing you. Read through that. Here. Come down here. And more right. sure we add in these whites and blacks to this yellow. I don't want full saturated yellow, I want mixed yellow. There we go. A little more black in there too. Now we're talking. That's what we're after. No need for music, just listen to the background noises. There you go. Here we go. Hey Seb, welcome Cheryl, welcome back to the stream. You missed the drama this morning, good to have you here. I'm working on watercolours at the moment, good on you Matt. I've never used watercolours myself, well I have, but I've never really pursued them, but they're great. They are great. Get a bit more black in here, a bit more of that, a bit more of that. There we go, now we're talking. I can come down here. Go around here. Around down through here. There we go. And I'm going to draw here. Over there. That's under there. A little bit more, a little bit more. Can we see the reference photo? Of course you can. Of course you can. There you go. There you are. And Christmas paintings, Evelyn. We smashed out one just the other day. This one's got to get finished before Christmas, or around the Christmas period. There's that picture of the 3 kids that has to get done before Christmas. We're mailing one of these before Christmas with a frame on it. And the horses I want to get done shortly, along with the wedding painting. So there's a lot we need to get done prior to Christmas. But don't worry, we've got a fantastic 10 days ahead of us. 10 days, 10 sessions, do about 40 hours, probably more, we'll be away. We'll definitely get them done. Tomorrow is going to be a unique day because after the painting session, I'll be glazing these works again. So it's another layer of glaze over the top to really start thickening it up. That's going to be quite fun. There we go. And after that layer, we'll be getting in a good position to just about finish these works off. Or depending on how we go today, we might decide it doesn't even need the glaze, which could be a wild revelation. What glaze do I use? I use a glaze that I get, an epoxy glaze from Liquid Polymer Glass, which is an outfit in Auckland. And it's a good glaze. It's a good glaze. But be careful if you're using liquid polymer glass or any outfit that makes epoxies, because you want to wear a mask. Epoxies are not good for you. In fact, they're atrociously bad for your health if you do not wear the appropriate PPE. So this is Sid telling you, look after yourself. You are the most important thing. More than any piece of artwork. Do not use epoxies without face protection. Good on you, Lucy. You tell agree. Yes, indeed, Harold. She's a wild day today. She's a wild, wild day. There we go. Coming together. Adding on these thick strokes. There we go. We're making good ground. Now, where did I put? Where did I put that brush? Is this the one? This is the one. Thanks, Miss Tia. Lucy is wild. Lucy is the queen bee of this chat. Lucy and MJ. Yes, so this is a singlet which did not follow that rule that we have. Wild. But it is what it is. Sorry, Aaron. And thanks, Maddie. We're making some good ground here. We need to add in some more orangey reds though. So it needs to be orangey, but it needs to be a little bit of black in there. Probably too much that I just added, but let's keep going. Let's see what we can get to. There we go. How we going? A little bit browny. That's okay. That's okay. We can work with this. There we go. We're just going to keep adding the paint on. Everywhere we think it goes, that's where we're adding it. There we go. We're not letting any previous strokes on this canvas, guys, guide what we're doing with the next strokes. We're just allowing ourselves to look at the guiding picture, take what we will from it, and then add that onto the canvas. Board. This is board. This is board. Go. There we go. Side here. Always listen. I will always listen to my lady Lucy. Good on you, Greg. That's a good way to be. Looking sharp. Thanks, Abby. I will get. Cheers, Abby. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're running a high-risk game here, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Go. It is pretty humid though. It would be nice if the jacket didn't have to be a thing. Thanks, guys. I think I'm following. Is this a commission piece? Looks amazing. Thanks, Abby. Yes, it is. This is a commission piece going off to America. We're just putting some thick paint on it at the moment so that we can come back, cut in with some detail. We'll probably cover the detail in just a second with the oil paints. That'll be wild. But it wants to look wild, guys. With these strokes, we're trying to make it half paint, half realism. So every stroke wants to look like it's regular paint, trying to be paint, and then when you stand back, you see a larger picture emerge from the chaos of paint strokes. That's what we're after. That's what we want. There we go. Now I'm going to put down this tray. Gregory, you're going the right way. It's trouble, I reckon. That reminds me, I forgot to DM and ask you about pricing commissions shipping to America. Abby, definitely touch base and I'll let you know what the go is. Shipping to America, these boards are quite better to ship because you get a finished product and are thinner and are indestructible, well, to a degree when it comes to shipping. And apart from these boards, the next best option is probably half-size board, that works too. But anyway, message me and we'll work something out. We will work something out. Have you done any self-portraits? I have not. I have not. I'm seeing a lot of lungs, which is a really weird thing to see. Oh, Lucy's got a side hustle going on. Now let's have a look see here. I was after the oil paints, but this brush is a bit much paint on it. Let's see if we can get some of it off. Here we go. Off you go. There we go. Your work. Your work. Right, paint tray, here we go. And we are using the reds. Reds are what we're after. A little bit of white in there, a little bit of black. Here we go. Give us that pink. I'm going to come in here with this pink. What type of board do I paint on, Max? The best type of board to paint on is masonite, which is a hardwood. So hardboard is a darker coloured MDF. Don't use MDF. MDF expands when it gets liquid on it, and masonite doesn't do it as much. Masonite's like a high quality MDF. You may go into the local DIY shop and ask them about masonite or hardboard. They may not know what you're talking about. It's pretty old school. That's okay. You can go to the wood section and you're just looking for hardboard and it's darker. It's a darker shade. That's how you'll spot it. Thanks, Cheryl. And Kayla, welcome back. It's been a while since I've seen Kayla here. And Austin, thank you very much. Appreciate the Kiwi. I was saying before, guys, that all the fun stuff that we get on the stream comes from you guys, so that's pretty special. Thank you very much. Yeah. And the next thing that we're going to get is going to be a stand for the picture to be adjustable higher and lower, so that's fun. Is that what they make furniture out of? Sometimes. It's very good. It was used for lining back in old houses and things because it was much more resistant to water. But now they use gib, so it's not required as much, is my understanding. But it's great stuff. It's affordable. The only thing you need to do with it though is you need to frame it. So you can't just, like with a canvas, go, whoo, done. Canvas has nice edges, whereas masonite just has regular edges. And so to finish a work off with masonite, there's a requirement to put a little frame around it. Now you can put your own frame on stuff. That's fine too. And I was planning on doing a tutorial on that to show you guys, but I have not yet. So how to put some beading around a masonite frame to make it look beautiful. Because you don't need to pay $500,000 to a framer to get what you think will work as a frame. Do you ever correct your mistakes? I do not. Well, I mean, in real life, yes, all the time. Apologize, take responsibility, and correct the mistake. But in artwork, I love you to be able to see the mistake. I love for it to stay there. And the best way to cure a mistake is by diluting it with a whole bunch of not mistakes. Oh, that does go there. There we go. So, just like in life actually, this piece is a commission, Victoria. This is indeed. This is a commission for a man in the States. And it's just starting to come together. We're just building up that depth, those layers, that craziness that we love about this kind of art. That's what we're after. Oh no. I got your back, Lucy. I don't know why, but sorry, Gregory. I think we're all getting a little bit tired of hearing pretty lady, pretty lady, pretty lady. He's gone, he's gone. I love how the liquid makes the strokes look like they're almost frosting. Cool effect. Thanks, Victoria. Teach an art class for all of us. I would love to, Abby. And hello, Abby. Oh wait, nice. No, I saw you before. No, sorry, Abby. I thought you were a different Abby. Did I? Oopsie daisies. I see cry faces. Was I not supposed to do that? Oopsie daisies. Intentionally leaving out the left-hand side of the face, this side of the face here, it should start to build out here. But we're putting it in there slowly because we started with the face more gaunt than it actually was. And I'm not going to immediately correct it. I've left the previous line still in there. And then over time, as I add more colours, it'll flesh itself out in the correct way. Thanks for returning the favour. How do you choose the colour placement? A lot of it is shooting from the hip, in short. You build a natural sense of where you want the colour to go. I know that's not overly helpful, but the first place to start is by looking for where you see shapes and where you see tones, and then using the colours in your palette to just take that one shape and apply that. Don't see an eye, don't see hair, don't see ears, don't see nose. Just look at what the shape you see is, maybe a weird little blob, and then add that weird little blob in the colour that it looks. And ignore all the lines currently on the canvas. Just do that. That's my style. It may not work for you. That's what I do. Thanks, Victoria. I've put another layer on. That's what the occasion is. No worries. You always answer my questions. Thank you. Thankful to catch you live. Oh, thanks, Evie. It's a pleasure to have you here. You know that. They're good questions. But remember, everything I say here, guys, don't take it as gospel. Take it with a grain of salt and use it to create your own style. Unless you want to copy me one for one, but there's so much more in your own style that you can unlock and get to that I can't actually reach. So take my hints, steal them, make your own style in your own special way, and that's the best way to use this. Or ignore that too, because that's me giving you more advice. Is it easier with a reference, is it easier to reference a grayscale photo? Yes, it is easier with a grayscale photo. Wild, great comment. You'll find you try to isolate and box in colours within the composition when the photo has colour. So sometimes, if you're finding that you're turning skies blue, faces pink or orange, and clothes the colour that they're supposed to be, try going for a grayscale photo and seeing if it unlocks a part of your brain that was originally getting completely railroaded or been ignored, and bring it into the picture. May work well for you. No higher level thinking stuff, guys. Just literally, when you look at a piece of artwork, sometimes your brain will notice colours. Take away the colours, you give your brain more chance to notice tones. So that might help you a little bit. You can't solve the paint tray though. Unless you put on glasses, monochrome glasses, the paint tray will still be in colour, so you need to ascertain what blues, yellows, reds, etc. are what tones. So that's the only pairing you've got to do. And if you're still struggling with that, and you don't want to chuck on some monochrome glasses, then just use blue first. Then you get a new tray, just green. New tray, just yellow. And that'll force you to monochrome that colour, rather than having to deal with all of them at once. To try and didn't think of past real colours. Yeah, Alicia, now we're talking. Now we are talking. You can absolutely ignore the colours that something is. Your mind can just make it up to be what it wants to be. That's the fantastic thing. As human beings, we're gifted with imagination. Do you teach kids to paint? Chuck. I haven't done it for a while, but kids are fantastic to paint with because kids are very quick to pick up new things, and they don't have a whole bunch of prior thought process and things holding them back. And that's why a lot of kids are very confident to do art, and sometimes children's art can be great. So if you're wondering, thinking, oh, I wish I did art more as a kid, all you've got to do is find a way to control those feelings of, I'm not that good at art. And if you can control that and think, I'm going to have fun doing art, then you'll get more done doing art. Cheers. It's so weird to be watching us live. Nighttime in America and afternoon for him. Yes, yes, nighttime in America. It is 1:30 here. 1:30. And I think I'm going to be around for another 1:30, 2, 3, another hour probably, guys, I reckon. 45 minutes to an hour. We lost a bit of time this morning with a bit of a... Gregory, naughty, how did you get back? Sorry, Gregory. I'm not sure how he does that. It might be a new account, but it's got the same name. It's wild. Anyway. Guys, if you want to see more of the, he must have only got muted for a minute or two, yeah, maybe. If you want to see some more artwork, guys, too, finished products, you can go onto my Instagram via the bio, or you can link into my website, which is also in the bio. The choice is yours. Or hang out here. Don't let me put pressure on you. But if you are hanging out here, you should definitely follow, because we're here probably, what, every day, guys? Every day. And sometimes you'll feel like it, and other times you can just flick past me. Both are all good, but I'm here for you. This is not a self-portrait. Kind of cool though. This is a commission. Cool picture. A couple of people says it looks like Elon Musk, but I don't see that. Probably because I'm staring at the guide picture the whole time, which is constantly bringing me back to a baseline. I live in New Zealand, and this is Tauranga, but I personally live in Auckland. Fantastic place. Go. Wishing Waddle, thanks Zunkin, appreciate you. Have you always lived in New Zealand? Yes, I have. I have always lived in New Zealand, and thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, 4 more blazer today, more layers. Here we are. Here we are. Right. We're running out of oil paint that's got that fresh feel to it. So we'll apply a little bit more. The good stuff. But then, I might need a fresh tray, which is fine by me. You would never leave. Lay like this forever, it's fine by me. I'm singing it's fine by me. You never leave. Lay like this forever, it's fine by me. Not the type of girl too afraid to gain his heart to you forever. Here we go. Coming in here. Shadow in here is not green. We're adding green because it's fun. We have this here. Now, perfect. Hey, welcome Roberto from Chile. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. I know Roberto in South America. Well, sorry, not South America, in Mexico. Is that? Yeah. He's in CDMX and he works for a fantastic barbecue chain. Roberto. What draws you to this style of art? Okay, so when you sit down, you create your style. I say create style. When you sit down and you ignore everyone else, everything you've learned, and you just paint the way you want to paint, to create images that you want to love, this is where my style lands. This is where the hammer meets the anvil. This is where I want to be. This is what I do. But you'll have your own way of doing that. So whatever works for you. You're dangling here in front of my face, sorry guys. Here we go. Got it. You like that response? Cool. Cool. I'm glad. I'm glad. If that was meant for me, that is. Otherwise, I'm still glad. But sorry to button on the conversation. So. Let's add this in here. Scoop that around there. A little bit down here. That ear's coming up way too high, team. We're going to bring that whole thing down. Look at this. There's where it goes. So we're going to bring this whole ear down by about 3 inches. It's always been too high. That's okay. And that means the side bone actually comes down to match where that nose is. It's down to there. There we go. Sorted. Making ourselves go somewhere new. Just to paint with. Is it discouraging to paint when there's so many good artists out there? Well, think about it like this. Would it be discouraging to sing in the shower just because everyone else was singing in the shower? Or would it be discouraging to dance in a club because everyone else was dancing? It sounds to me, the more people who dance at a dance party, the more fun it is for everyone dancing. So let me just start by saying I'm painting. If you start painting, it'll be better. And if everyone else starts painting, it'll be even better. In fact, if I was the only one painting, it would be a disaster. Because, well, it would be a disaster. I'd be painting on the dance floor by myself. Dancing on the dance floor by myself. Which is fine. I'll do it. But it's more fun with a whole group of people. So, short answer, no. Don't let that discourage you. Get amongst it. Start painting. Or don't. Start singing and dancing. Or doing your own craft. Whatever works for you. But certainly, don't take the words of a random Kiwi that you've stumbled across on TikTok as gospel. That's a bad idea. Right, here we go, and that ear is now down here, so that curl comes around here, and that comes down to here. Perfect. Cool. Oh, I'm sorry, Victoria. Some creepy comments. Oh, that's not good. Matt, thank you so much. I was going for wholesome, but if it came off as motivational, that's powerful stuff. Bay of Plenty, New Zealand. Yeah, boy of New Zealand, Ronaldo. Basically, do what I like. Perfect. I'm on board with that. That's a good way to be. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to get a little bit of black in now, guys. A little bit of black. Just in some of these areas around here. Down over here. On the lip here. Over here. Don't be afraid of black either, guys. I'm going to add that to the canvas. If you're afraid of black, it'll sharpen the work. Get those whites in there. Get those blacks in there. Even completely unmixed. Don't you worry. You just add them on in. There we go. Powerful. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. On we go. Making some good ground here, guys. Still a bit abstract. That's all right. It will come together. Perfect. If you do want to see some finished products, you can find them. How do you get your lips right? First thing is to stop seeing them as lips. Don't see lips, don't see nose, don't see eye, don't see eye, don't see ear, don't see hair. See just tones and shapes. And once you start seeing tones and shapes, and really don't give up on that, just see tones and shapes. What will happen is slowly, after you add more and more shapes, the picture won't be able to help but to start revealing itself. If you start immediately thinking, oh, I'm so close, I'll start just adding the mouth in here, and you go, lips, mouth. That's when it's all over, guys. the colours go wrong, the shape goes wrong. Just see the tones and shapes. Just the tones and shapes. And that will make the lips like they are in the image, they will be like they are in the image. That's a good way to put it actually. They won't be the way you want them, but they'll be the way they are in the image. Or, at least the way they are in the image to the best of your ability to paint them. And that's a good place to be. Because sometimes you may be after something that is currently, not permanently, but currently beyond your ability to express. That doesn't mean you need to torture yourself about it. Get as close as you can. Because on the next one, you'll be closer again, and closer again, and closer again. So, yeah. But coming back to the crux of it, don't see them as lips. That's awesome, Maddie. I'm glad. I'm glad that's sense. Here we go. How was the start of art school like? I'm self-taught, so I wouldn't know. So, start of art school. It was alright. If you're self-taught, the best thing you can do is track down peers. So, fantastically now, you've got the advantage of Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever else, Facebook, where you connect with artists. And yep, you'll be shy for the first few, where you say, hey, I'm just starting out, I'd love to, or I've been doing this for a while, I'd love to have some tips or tricks, or can you tell me about how you got to where you are, or how you're going on your journey? Some people may just leave you on scene. Yeah, that'll happen. But some people will be like, hey, that's so great, I can relate. Here's how I got to where I got to. Here's some feedback on your own art, and good luck on your journey. That's invaluable. And that's actually the major advantage that people in art school are getting. They're getting peers giving them feedback, and tutors that are directing them on the right path. Well, you can completely circumvent that whole thing and go straight to the professionals. And since there's so many artists who are professionals, you can just go straight in their inboxes, ask them the questions, ask them what you want, tell them what you need, and they'll give you that feedback. A lot of the time, pretty much all the time, it'll be free of charge. I can't imagine anyone saying, yeah, I'll give you some advice in a quick 1 or 2 paragraphs, but you have to pay me big bucks. No, I think the majority of people on the internet are literally, who are going to reply, are going to give you some really wholesome feedback that you can take and run with. So, that's what I reckon. Thanks, Cheryl. The Aboriginal, sorry, just coming back up here. The Aboriginal piece on your website is brilliant. Thanks, hey. I'm a huge fan of that piece. Just remember though, it's not a Australian Aboriginal. It's an Indian Aboriginal. I'm not sure if it says that on the website, but it is. Not that that makes a whole lot of difference to me, but so I was just trying to capture him as a person rather than the deep history that sits behind him. But that's a very special picture. I'm very, very fond of that one. Alright, how are we going here? Coming together, that comes over there. You're not the type of girl to remain with a guy too afraid to say he'll give his heart to you forever. Now how we're talking. There we go. There we go. Kill. Alright, pause time. Because if we keep going on this one, we're going to start smudging around too much of the paint. That oil paint needs to go tacky. It'll do that in 24 hours. Once it's tacky, we can throw in another coat. But until then, we're just turning it to porridge. We don't want the colours to mix. Well, occasionally we want them to mix. But on the whole, we just want to put colours straight from the tube onto the canvas. Because that allows the paint, every stroke, to represent itself. I do do a little bit of mixing here and there, but only when I think I can still get the most out of the paint being paint. If I mix it too much, it's going to look like gradients. It's going to look less like paint strokes straight from the brush. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want raw, primal paint. So the less mixing, the better. Off you come, mate. Down here you go. Next one we are onto is gonna be, it's gonna be the wedding shot, I reckon, because this horse one needs more detail, whereas this wedding one needs to get brought to a place where it can get detail. Right, up we go. Yeah, perfect. Can we see that all right, guys? That's the edge, perfect. I'm just going to grab a bottle of water. I'll be back in just a second after I've wiped my hands down. So, give me un momento. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Glass of water. I said bottle. Glass. Right. It's a little hot, but I don't want to get banned. Sorry. Where you homeboy at? I'm back. Yeah, cheers, guys. Yes, Matty. Do it. Do it. And have fun while you do it. Alright. Okay. Am I going to continue with this paint tray, or am I going to swap to a new one? These are the questions. I'm going to add more onto this one and continue with this one. But I don't see the issue with the jacket. If they ban you, there's something wrong with TikTok. Do you finish the horse painting yet or not? We've finished the, Jason, we've finished the lady with the horse. That one's done. The horse painting's still down here. Yeah, it's weird since there's work. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, okay, guys, we're good. We're going to risk it for the biscuit. But, and solely because it's a hot day, and, well, it's not, it's wet, but it's humid, so let me be an artist. I would love that. Now, coming over here, I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, we're into it with Purples, pinks, blues, whites. There we go. A little bit of white in there. Not too much, just a little bit. And then we're going to go for no, Kayla. Oh wait, you're saying yeah, okay, so absolutely not. From what I understand, me and Lucy had a conversation about this. I think that might have been the problem. So, which caught me completely off guard. But anyway, we're here now. Right. So the palette that the lady would like for this painting, we're doing solely or mainly pinks, reds, purples, pinks, purples and blues. The reds will creep in there just to create that warmth and depth, but not as much as those colours. We're staying with those key colours for her to really flesh the painting out in that way. Similar to one of the reels that we did early in the piece. We're going to leave that picture. We have the picture here. Good place to have it. Good place to have it. And thank you very much for the wishing bottle. Appreciate that. I was saying before, guys, that any gifts that come on the stream, they go into making the stream better. So I do a little mic here, but I need to get an extension cord for it, and that way we can hear me speak, because I'll run it across the floor and up and things. But for now, it's kind of wholesome because you get the nature out there as well. So probably when there's nature going, we'll keep the sounds of nature, but we'll play with that. We will play with that. Okay, Gregory. Let's go there. And user. Jeepers creepers. Let me just grab a hold of that one. There we go. Is that going to come up? Oh, I just touch. There we go. And sorted. I got him. Wait, did I? Did I get him? I think I got him. Bear with me, guys. I'm working on this. There we go. Got him. Oh, fantastic. We've got another little helper. Let me go like this. If I remember how to do it. I press more. I press settings, and I press moderators plus. Here we go. Look at that. Fantastic. Did that work? Oh. Shelby Cooper, 64. You have now been upgraded to moderator. Welcome. Welcome to the in crowd. So, I think I can only do it when it's a live stream and when the person's on. So that's how I've been going about it. But welcome to the live stream. As a moderator, you are welcome here. The real Queen Shelby, yes, yes indeed, yes indeed. So the real Queen is now in the house. Also, guys, if you like the art here on the stream, you can see more of it in my bio. The website's there, and also the Instagram's there. So when I'm posting little funky reels or doing these lives, if you want these lives, you have to hit the follow button, I think. Now I learned today, the follow button is on the top left-hand side of the screen, lit up, so that'd be cool. But don't let me tell you what to do. I'm just a Kiwi in New Zealand. It's doing my thing. If I miss any comments, guys, I'm very sorry. I'm going back to work though, Lucy. That's fair enough. Lucy, she is currently at work, but my partner usually puts me on the little desk beside where she's working and sees what's been made, which is pretty wholesome if you ask me. Like, I appreciate that. Right. Do you like to do abstract paintings? Do you like no abstract paintings? I like abstract paintings. Abstract paintings are all good. I don't like to go too abstract. I like to keep an element of realism there. Enough so you can see that there is a subject to be seen, and that allows you to know that every drop of paint that's gone onto the canvas has a purpose, that it's trying to come together and be something. And that allows you to stare at it for longer and really just slowly take it in. So that's what we're up to here. But full abstract art's all good by me. Star sign, 12th of January. I'll let you work it out. Hey, how are you doing today? I'm good, Rose. That's your name, emoji Rose. Would you paint a wedding live? I wouldn't. Would I paint a wedding live? There's so many layers we have to do, guys. So many layers have to build up to become the art. Would we be able to do it live? Like, yes. Yes, we would be able to. But we'd need photos as well. I think you're best to have the wedding, take some amazing photos, choose your favourite photo, and have it turned into art like this. That's a good safe bet. That allows me to change layers, backtrack, layer it up, build that depth that you can't get on a single day. But you know what? We could have a crack. It is possible. It is possible. Thank you very much. John, that's great to hear. I'm glad you're liking it. Yeah, so every single stroke of paint on the canvas wants to look like it's at war with all the strokes around it, fighting. So as if they're all trying to express their own little thing, but battling with all the paint strokes around them to do it. And then when you pull away from the canvas and you look at it from a distance, you should see the overall unity of the image coming through. But that lack of continuity between what you see from afar and what's occurring up close is what makes it beautiful, in that you can make out a subject, but the paint is just being raw paint. And that's that 50-50 thing I talk about. Thank you very much, Kevin. You're a champion. Got to run, Victoria. It's been fantastic seeing you here. I apologise for the distractions and trouble we had this morning, but I'm sure I will see you next time. Next time will be tomorrow. So tomorrow, around the same time, another stream, and we'll be doing the horse painting in more detail, and detail on this one, and detail on the face. And just see where we can get them to. Oh, and the 3 kids. We'll probably do a big, long sweep through all of them. So expect that. How do you manage your time? Well, typically, guys, the best thing to do is, actually, I got the advice from a speaker called Eric Thomas. And he says a really great line, which really resonates with me, which is, you've got to make a day go from external to internal. So because you're doing your own schedule, because you're painting yourself, you can't do 9 to 5 painting. You've got to figure out, right, what's happening today, and how can I fit in every possible hour of painting I can fit into it. And your loved ones and your time and things like this, day's got to go from external to internal. And that's the best tip I can give you. Don't burn yourself out, but do it like that. That's what I recommend. Hello, Paul. I'm great, thank you. Great use of caps. I think I would have caught it either way, but I appreciate the use of caps. And thank you, Sponsor TikToks, for sharing live. That's an interesting name. Sponsor TikToks. Huh. If you are tired of paintings, you could be a life coach too. Love the advice. I'll tell you what, Jason, that's an opportunity, but if you like life coach advice, and I seem to be giving it, just join these live streams and I'll just keep yarning and you can have a free life coach. That's absolutely fine by me. But like I say, any advice I give, guys, take it with a grain of salt. Feel free to ignore every single word. Oh, that was an important message. Paul, I've got a few messages to get through, so if I've missed your ones, I'm very, very sorry. But I will get round to everyone, I promise. Matt, where have all of you been? Sorry, Matt, let me just grab that. Where all have you been do on-site commission paintings? There's a few people asking about that at the moment. We're not doing any on-site paintings prior to Christmas, or prior to January actually. So January is the first time we can go on-site and do on-site paintings. But at the moment, we're just finishing off commissions. We've got one commission for America, and then the other commissions are all New Zealand based because we're coming down for the last 10 days before Christmas. So that's where we are at. Is it spring in New Zealand? I don't know what it is right now. We're coming into summer. We're coming into summer. I should know that. I'm not sure when summer starts and finishes. Adding in some blues, guys. That's what we're up to here. Here we go. Here we go. Go right to the edge of the board, guys. With the lady with the horse, we didn't do that, but right now we are. And the reason we're doing that right now is because that gives us more framing options. We can do floating frames. We can do, we can do floating frames. And I love a floating frame, guys. I'm a huge fan of a floating frame. Now, this head here looks a bit funny at the moment. Why? Because we're slowly bringing it up. One paint stroke at a time. This head needs to get lifted up the canvas. So it's all about, this actually comes to about there. There we go. That's where we want that. It's going to come up here, into there. Golden, coming down here. Great suit he's wearing. He's actually, this gentleman in this photo has, without a doubt, the perfect fitting suit. Because all these parts on the shoulder here, those wrinkles are going to be an absolute pleasure to paint. He finally changed out of the Pauline. They were just regular shorts I got from an off shop. I was lucky to get those. $1. $1. Where do you store all your paintings? Do you own an art gallery? I don't own an art gallery. And I store the paintings in the studio here, which is a glorified shed. And sometimes it gets quite crowded. I have some shelves over the side there because paintings have dry times. But typically though, we get away all right. There's only a few works that stay in the shed full time. There's a Clint Eastwood, and there's, what other one stays there? There's a picture of the Aboriginal, not the smaller one, the large one, and there's 2 sharing paintings. And so I keep these ones here because they're so big that you can keep seeing new places to add more to them. So that's pretty fun. Add a little bit more white to our blue here. See where it takes us. Oh my God. Thanks, Aston. Humid day, mate. Do people request certain colours when they get a commission from me? Yes, they do. And this one here, although you see a lot of red, which we're going to build away from slowly, but a little later as an undertone, this painting is requested or encouraged to be more blue, pink, purpley. And so I'm going to move towards those colours. Keeping the realism, you don't want to ever feel like I've neglected certain colours, but the end result wants to feel more like those colours, if that makes sense. If you want to see some works though, guys, in my bio, the website's there, and there's also a link to Instagram, and there's also a link to YouTube. Now, I'm going to be uploading this live stream and the previous live streams to YouTube. I'm about 8 episodes behind. I'm an absolute shocker, but you can find them all on YouTube. Flick down through them. If you miss one, if it's your commission and you want to watch it, or if you just want to see me yarn with imaginary people on YouTube, because obviously it's not live, so that's why I try to read out the questions too, guys. So if I read out the question and then answer it on YouTube later, it tends to make more sense for anyone who missed the stream, and just wants to watch it in the background. So I hope that all helps. I hope that helps. I hope I answered that well. There we go. Look there. Just get there. Then the suit. Les suit, les suit, les suit. There we go. A bit more of that up around here. Dum, 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 dum. There we go. Happy days. It's raining. Is that the noise? It is the noise. So there is rain coming down, but it's not hitting us because I'm under the shelter of a garage, which is very wholesome. Very wholesome. There we go. Right. Oh, sorry there, Jason. How do you pick your canvas you paint on? So I typically like to stay to a simple size because it's not all about the size of the canvas, guys. If you've got a size you like to work with, stick to it. This one here is 900 by 1200. Now that's a size I like to work to because you'll see here my arm can reach all the parts of it, so it's quite a nice size. In terms of commissions, they deviate a little bit. A lot of people though are happy to work on this size as well. This is the size they're after. Everyone's happy, it's all beer and skittles, but we can always deviate to squares, rectangles, all sorts of sizes. So yes, 2 p.m. in New Zealand, and 2 p.m. in New Zealand means I've got an additional 30 minutes and then I have to run. So we need as much as we can done in the 30 minutes we have remaining, but I believe in us. I think we can get a lot done. There we go. That was a good bit of paint that was added just then. I'm going to keep adding around here, a bit down here, a little bit here. Ignore where every other stroke is on the canvas, guys. Just add paint to where you know it goes. Even if it's directly on top of something else, you just add it to where you know this colour should be, where you see that shape. Add away. It goes in there. And this comes, we got a bit of a neglected stuff there, guys, because that comes over, hello, that comes to there. There we go. This is part of the fun. There we are. And that's going to mean she's going to come across there a little bit. Because she's actually getting pushed down by him a little bit, but she's going to actually get brought up. This chest is going to come out more, push up towards him, and her head is going to extend more this way. So her whole body is going to swoon into him, and that's important. Ray and Shayna, I'm so sorry, you two. I would accept, but how's your names? So it is what it is. I missed that. I love how the piece is coming together. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. Yeah, apparently, Kayla. So that's wild. I've learned my lesson. See, it's funny because I wander around barefoot most of the time. Maybe that's a bad word. I shouldn't even say that. But because this is New Zealand, there's no spiders, there's no snakes, there's no threats. So it is what it is. But we will not make that mistake again. I thought Australia had the biggest spiders. They do have the biggest spiders, and there's no spiders here in New Zealand. It's magical. We're very lucky. Very lucky. So, here we go. Add some paint on here. Alright, keep the paint coming, guys. Keep it coming. And of course, after I disappear, you know the go. You know what's coming. Oh, it's over here, guys. There we are. That's the picture. Okay, so There is a lot there. It's an amazing photo. Now, I've said it before, the photographer's done an incredible job of framing the picture so that the rock formations spread out from the couple. 10% battery. I'll have to fix that. I left the live to come back and my powers are back. I can mute again. That's weird they took them away, Lucy. I swear, yeah, I had nothing to do with that. But I have added MJ and Shelby as moderators. So that's fun. I'm just looking for a charger at the moment, guys. On Memento, this one should work just fine. Because y'all are on 10%. So you're not far off dying. I do this all the time. Shelby can attest. Literally, guys, the MVP of this live stream, unspoken, is actually Shelby. Because she plugs in my phone. If it wasn't for her, my phone would perpetually be dead. True story. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. What's the pick on the floor? That's old mate. La. So I shouldn't chuck things around the floor, but probably tonight or tomorrow I'll have a big clean up and get this room organised again, and we'll come back to a baseline. Right. Imagine all the people. So we're coming down low here, guys. Coming down low, few little patches in here. Like this. I'm going to cut them a little bit to the top because I want these colours to go right up to the colour of her dress there. Pull that one off there, put you up here. I have some water. Stay hydrated. That's really important, guys. I can't preach that enough. If you're doing long stint painting, especially late at night, drink water, because you may start thinking, oh, I've lost the mood to paint, or oh, I'm not feeling it today. It's probably not the paint, it's probably not your mental state, well, it will be your mental state, because you didn't drink enough water. Athletes drink water. If you're going to be using your brain like a menace and trying to do some real mental work of creating art, you need to make sure you're as hydrated as you can be. That's important. Hydration is key. Thank you, Kayla. It is. Princess Bride? I mean, sort of. It's a side shot, so could do. Right, so we brought this bit up here. So this tie is now moved up too, so we'll just justify that. Then there, and then we're coming down through here, and then down here. Perfect. Do you ever listen to music while painting? I do, but I can't play it on here because of copyright. So I've got a couple of playlists I love to listen to. I was listening to music yesterday while I was with you guys, and I was just telling you what songs I've listened to. Yeah, if I ever get copyright, I would love to listen to music with you guys, but it's also pretty fun with the sounds of nature ticking along in the background, the wind, the rain, all the fun stuff, all the fun stuff. Peter, absolutely they do. Painting, that's why we're here. It's been really great actually having so many people following a few of the paintings coming through and getting excited when they're actually finished. It's really, it's been a thrill for me actually, guys, to have, people actually following the lives of paintings as they sort of come through to fruition. I reckon that's really, really wholesome. So, shout out to everyone who does that. Do you sketch often? I do not sketch often. I used to, but now that I don't sketch the painting out before I start, I just start. Which means that there's less need to actually be a talented or well-practiced sketcher. I just get straight into it. So, there's that. I love the weddings. This picture is great. I love weddings. Me too, Lucy. I'm a huge fan. This is a wedding of a lovely couple, a shot after the wedding. and she's asking for it to continue to paint. And what's really great about that is I like to believe anyway that I try to capture a whole lot of vibrant energy in these paintings. And since we're trying to capture a whole lot of vibrant energy, I feel like that's usually what a wedding photo is trying to capture. They have that encapsulate too. And so there's this great continuity between what we're trying to do with the painting and what the painting's already trying to show. Sorry, and what the subject's already trying to show. So painting weddings, painting wholesome photographs, painting images of love. Those are fantastic. Really fun. Really fun. Big spiders in the UK. There's none. Interesting. Well, how did I begin painting? I was a little tacker. Just a little fella. And my mother always had arts and crafts supplies everywhere. So what did I do? I played with the arts and crafts supplies. And what did she do? She was like, this boy is pretty good at arts and crafts. Cycle forward a few decades, here I am. Still doing arts and crafts. How wild's that? That's fun. Right, we go here. So we're not getting rid of the colours in the background, we're not getting rid of the colours in the foreground, but we're building in these pinks, these purples, and these blues. And the reason we're doing that, after we put down these other primaries, is so that you'll see around her body, there's still a lot, but it'll tone back, are these reds, these underlying fiery reds. And that's going to give energy to her character. If I just did her with those colder style colours to start with, what would happen is that she would actually come off as a cold person. We don't want a cold person, we want like I was saying it to Maya the other day, like a Elsa, that's the name, from Frozen. We want that warm, glow energy coming from her. I feel like everyone I see, wait, I can't understand that. I feel like everyone I see tomorrow I'm going to have to sell them this fact. I don't understand, Matt. Oh, it's for Cheryl. I'm so sorry. It's not even for me. How long has this been my full-time job? It was my it was my part-time gig for about, I've always been doing it, but it became a part-time gig around the sort of COVID era, and then it became a full-time thing as probably in the last sort of year or so. And it's been a bit of a wild ride to get the hang of things. It became, yeah, because I was letting people down, guys. Not once I went full-time, but as I was doing it part-time, taking commissions and jobs, but having to give them long lead times and long wait times and all this sort of stuff. When you order a painting, you need it to be done fast. And I was just pulled in too many directions. So I started taking back hours out of the job that I had and putting them into painting, day after day. And now we're on about 5 days painting, which is fantastic. That's about all we want to be sitting. 5's a good amount. But a lot goes into that, guys, things you don't expect. Painting very often brings its own challenges, which, yeah, it's fun though. It is fun. This is exactly what I want to be doing, guys. What's your favourite work you've done? I can't choose that. There's a couple in here that I look at and go, these are all equal. But probably, if I was to put, can I put two up? I think 2 is the best thing to put up. I'd put up Carrie, which is on the website, and Clint, which is on the website. I love those 2. I love them because there's lots of layers in them, but they came together in a way that I really think reflects my style. Exactly how I believe I see myself. And so I like those 2. And it's cool because one's a genre piece and one's a portrait. So those 2 probably, I don't know. I'm warming to Clint more and more because he sits here in the corner of the studio. And so I always see him every time when I come in to paint. And that's sort of special because, yeah, I mean, obviously it's special because you get to see art every day. So that's fun. Even though about making clothes feel oil paint, stained t-shirts would be good merch. Clothes would be good merch. That is 100% correct. But let me catch up over Christmas with these commissions. Let me catch up, and then if we do anything like merchandise, It's gonna happen properly. It won't, like, the last thing I want to do is have like some junk. So when you order t-shirts, you get a cool painting, but it's like on a t-shirt that can't go through the wash properly, or, you know, starts to fade. Yeah, because art's going on it, it needs to be a good t-shirt because the colours can't fade, otherwise that's niggly. So, yeah, bear with me while I figure that out, but if we start doing merch, it's got to be good merch. And I think we all agree on that. I think no one's surprised that that's the thought process we're going through. We also have to protect the planet. I like your style. I like your style. And we will also do that. Absolutely. Harold, you would buy it. This painting here is a commission, so it's not for sale. But if you're after buying a painting, you can go on the website in the bio. And you can also go on Instagram. And on Instagram, you can give me a follow. I'd love you for that. Or you can, yeah, do whatever you like. Hang out here with me. Follow me here. We finished the girl and the horse painting, guys. If anyone remembers that painting, of course you do. It was only a couple of days ago. And we've now done the reveal. Now, I don't normally do reveals, and when I do reveals, I try and make them a little bit funny, so I hope I did this one all right, like run up with the canvas and things. But, yeah, that's what's going on there. So, I think I posted the reveal on TikTok and Instagram. So, add this in here, come around here like that. We'll avoid these eyes when we go on for these eyes. There we go. Give some more pink. And actually, temptations to cut in there. And then his face, we're going to get his brow. Touching the brows. There we go. And some nose coming down to there. Now we're talking. Now starting to actually come together in the correct positions. That's what we want. Another 12 minutes, guys. Someone in the past. I missed that, Kayla. Right, guys. Wait, what's this? Roxy. Confused. Do you use Twitter to promote your art? I do not, Adrian. I'm not cool enough. And actually, on that note, Lucy has banned me from Twitter. So, it's not the place to sit. So we just paint here on TikTok. But you can find me on Instagram. You can follow me there. And you can also find my website. Both those things are in my bio. How wild's that? I know. Crazy. Crazy. Nothing against Elon Musk, I just don't have Twitter. Lucy's partner. Oh no. As long as everyone's being nice to each other. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. Does everyone be nice to each other? Right, you need a FAQ board behind you. Star sign height, Twitter. So I was actually, Lucy, going to make some reels of frequent Q&As. So then there'd be one behind me that would say like, hey, there'd be if you go to Instagram, it'd be like, yo, here's how you get a commission. Here's how I started painting. Here's here's inspiration, here's favorite artists, here's feedback or advice for your own art that's sort of universally applicable, blah, 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 blah. And that can be quite wholesome, especially for the people who are listening to this stream on the regular and they have to hear me repeat myself, which I can sympathize with. I'm confused, but we're being all nice. We should be all nice. We should be all nice. Hopefully everyone's been nice. Yes, I'm on Instagram. So in the bio, leave in the bio. The Instagram's right there, and you can follow me. And there's also a website there, and there's a link to the YouTube. We're on YouTube now. We always were. So I'm grabbing the live streams, downloading them off TikTok, and putting them onto YouTube. There was supposed to be a bunch uploaded today, but my laptop can't use the Wi-Fi. So I'm going to head out tonight. I'm going to find someone with good Wi-Fi. I'm going to download and upload everything, and we'll catch up. And then I'll try and stay on top of it so that in the future, the live videos go up within 24 hours. That'll be the goal I set for myself. And I reckon we can do it. It doesn't even need to be a New Year's resolution. I think we can just get there, guys. That's the plan. Reels, yes, you need to do that. Yes, Lucy, that was actually Shelby's idea. So I'm making it sound like my idea. Wasn't my idea. Shelby was like, you get pretty repetitive sometimes, Sid. It'd be cool if it was just easier for the regulars and yourself to say, go to Instagram. The Reels are all there with all the information. And that way we can just have like a fresh discussion and new questions. So that's wholesome. Does not matter if it's a... that's true, Roxy. I'm not following, but it's true. Hey. She's the consultant. She's the consultant. I still want to take full credit. Can I have full credit? No, so, yeah, in this case here, she's absolutely the mastermind. In most cases. Fine, she can have all the cases. That's all good. It would be easier if TikTok had an FAQ section here. True. Or they had story highlights. If TikTok had story highlights, then it could all just stay there like that. And we could have fun from there. But until they do highlights, we're sort of stuck. Although, who noticed the new feature from Instagram to put down notes in like text form, like Twitter style, add a little bit of speech for 24 hours. Well, imagine people see comments. I guess you can just pin it on here. Yes, we can pin comments. Oh no, it fades away after a while. So after you pin something, it's got about 30 seconds and then it disappears. So that's the case. And Susie, thank you very much. Susie Woo 60. You have answers everywhere and still get asked a million times. Yeah, look, I think we're, but like as long as there was a place where people could go find a few of the answers, that would be pretty cool. Because at the moment, I haven't provided that place. That's on me. So it fades after 58 seconds, Lucy. That's so specific. Yeah, it's wild. Singing Dino, welcome to the stream. Guys. We're in the last 5 minutes of the stream. I wish I could be here longer, but we made that reel this morning and we got kicked off this morning because I wasn't wearing shoes. It's my bad. I won't do it again. Who is Greg? Greg is not my brother. Sounds like a great guy. Bye, Seb. Got to go to work now. Leonora, look after yourself. Thanks for joining in. And yes, I will see you next time. But we've only got the 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. And then I've got to run too. Because I need to shower, I need to get changed, and then I need to head to Rotorua. But I will be back tomorrow. And tomorrow, we will do all sorts of fun stuff. Well, it'll be the same stuff, but it'll be fun. Happy birthday, Chelsea! Who's Chelsea? But happy birthday to her or him. You're the best. Why put on jandals on if you're wearing... well, I've got... Actually, that's the thing. I walked out here in flip-flops, and the issue with flip-flops is that you'll trip over them while you're painting because you're twisting and turning a lot. So, I popped them off. But that was a big mistake. I did say happy birthday, Chelsea. Why are you asking again? Jason, thank you for doing these lives. Hey, Jason, you are more than welcome. Thank you for spending time with me. We make a lot of ground here on these paintings. It's an absolute pleasure sharing with you how they come together. For anyone who hasn't seen a finished one yet, you can go into my bio and you can go into the website and see finished ones that are all up there. Or you can go into my TikTok or Instagram, and from there you can see all the reels where there's a couple of finished works. But most of it's in the process, guys. I love showing the process more than the finished product. Process is very fun. And plus, you guys get to be part of the process. That's fun. Yes, I love the colours too. So, as we go forward, those colours that we're applying right now, our pinks, whites, blues, purples, come out more, and those other colours won't disappear, but they'll tone back. So that's fun. That is fun. Right. A little bit more in here. There we go. Hello. And there you go. That's fantastic. I'll apply some more through here. A little bit more through here. The paint's been really kind to us today, guys. It's really hitting where we want it to land, which is wholesome. I can't breathe. Jeepers. Someone give Lucy the Hardwood maneuver. You can't lose Lucy. She's an MVP. I'm glad to make you laugh. Fair enough, Roxy. The background looks like sparks coming off the couple. Yes, I've complimented the photographer for this already on the stream. The background has been carefully composed, like chosen by the photographer. I suspect he's either caught the moment or moved them around, or she's caught the moment or moved them around, and seen this moment and thought, right, capture that shot, because the rock formations, I'm going to take full credit in how it looks from the paint, but the photographer's given me the opportunity to do that, so that's fantastic. 1 minute left, team. Oh no, me not. And then I need to get changed. I need to dash off. I need to go do some things. 1 minute left. You are like a sunshine person. Well, that's a heck of a title. I haven't heard of a sunshine person before, but I'm glad to be part of that club. I'm a lucky man to be a sunshine person. Will the egg timer make a sound when the minute is over? No, it will not, but that would be cool. When I was on Reddit streaming, guys, which is a while ago now, but I used to stream on Reddit, on their live streaming service, every time, on a couple of the lives that we finished, I'd play Closing Time by some Supersonic. And that was pretty wholesome, because I'd like pack up the brushes and be like meandering around the studio, and then be Closing Time playing, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty good stuff. Let's just last little bit in here, guys. Okay, we're done. We're done. That is us. All right, guys, it's been an absolute thrill. It's now 2:30. We are all done. Is this my wedding? It's not Jay. It's not, but it is a lovely wedding. So it's been an absolute thrill to paint it. I'm going to dash off now. I may be back tonight, depending if the inspiration hits. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, and hopefully earlier, around the 8 o'clock New Zealand time. We were later today because I tried to make it real. So I'm apologising for that. And we'll go from there. Thanks, Austin. Appreciate that. Sorry, Roxy, I do have to go. I've got to rush off to Rotorua, so I'm going to drive for an hour and then an hour back. But at 10 p.m. tonight, if I've got the gas, I might be back. We'll see. The egg timer didn't make a sound. Bring, bring, bring. That's the best I can do. Right. I'm off. Shower time, drive time. You're all the best, guys. Thank you very much, Susie. Good egg timer, right, Lucy? I did my best. All right, guys. Catch ya.